Factoring trinomials. What is factoring polynomials? It involves breaking up a polynomial into simpler polynomials that can be multiplied together to give us the polynomial that we started with. It is the opposite process of multiplying polynomials. Let's factor trinomials in the form ax squared plus bx plus c when the leading coefficient is not equal to 1. Examples: 2x squared plus 7x plus 3, 6x squared plus x minus 2. How to factor? First, multiply the leading term and the third term. Next, find two factors of the product that sums up to the middle term. Then replace the middle term with the sum of the factors and factor by grouping. Example: factor 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. First, multiply the leading term and the third term. 2x squared times 3 is 6x squared. Find two factors of the product that sums up to the middle term. We have 1x times 6x. 1x plus 6x is 7x. Then replace the middle term with the sum of the factors. So we have 2x squared plus 1x plus 6x plus 3. Then factor by grouping. To factor by grouping, group the first two terms together and the next two terms together. Then factor out the GCF from each separate binomial. For 2x squared plus 1x, x is the CMF and the other factor is 2x plus 1. And for 6x plus 3, 3 is the CMF and the other factor is 2x plus 1. Notice that we have a common binomial which is 2x plus 1. So we have to factor out 2x plus 1 and the other factor is x plus 3. The factors are 2x plus 1 and x plus 3. Okay, let's do it and try other trinomials. Factor 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. To factor 2x squared plus 7x plus 3, multiply the first term or the leading term and the third term. 2x squared times 3 is 6x squared. Then find two factors that will give you a product of 6x squared and a sum of 7x. We have 1x and 6x, which is equal to 7x. So 2x squared split 7x, 1x plus 6x is equal to 7x, then plus 3. We have four terms. Factor by grouping, group the first two terms together and the second two terms together. Factor out the CMF, which is x. 2x squared divided by x is 2x. 1x divided by x is 1 plus the CMF is 3. 6x divided by 3 is 2x. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Observe that you have a common binomial factor, which is 2x plus 1. Factor out 2x plus 1, and the other factor is x plus 3. These are the factors of 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. Factor 2x squared minus 11x plus 12. To factor 2x squared minus 11x plus 12, first multiply the leading term and the third term. 2x squared times 12 is 24x squared. Then find two factors that will give you a product of 24x squared and a sum of negative 11x. We have negative 8x and negative 3x. Negative 8x plus negative 3x is negative 11x. Split negative 11x. 2x squared minus 8x minus 3x plus 12. Remember that this sums up to negative 11x. So in factor by grouping, group the first two terms together and the next two terms together. Then find the CMF of the first binomial. The CMF is 2x. So 2x squared divided by 2x is x. Negative 8x divided by 2x is negative 4. Then for negative 3x and 12, you have negative 3. Negative 3x divided by negative 3 is x. 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. Note that we have a common binomial factor, which is x minus 4. Factor out x minus 4. Then the other factor is 2x minus 3. These are the factors of 2x squared minus 11x plus. Factor 6x squared plus x minus 2. To factor 6x squared plus x minus 2, multiply the leading term and the third term. 6x squared times negative 2 is negative 12x squared. Find two factors that will give you a product of negative 12x squared and a sum of x. We have 4x and negative 3x. 4x plus negative 3x is x. It has split x. This is 4x and minus 3x. Copy 6x squared and negative 2. Then we have 4 terms. Factor by grouping. Group the first 2 terms together and the other 2 terms together. Then find the GCF of the first binomial. We have 2x. 6x squared divided by 2x is 3x. 4x divided by 2x is 2. Negative 3x minus 2. The CMF is negative 1. Negative 3x divided by negative 1 is 3x. Negative 2 divided by negative 1 is positive 2. Note that we have a common binomial factor. So factor out 3x plus 2. And the other factor is 2x minus 1. These are the factors of 6x squared plus x minus 2. 12. Factor 2x squared minus 9x minus 5. To factor 2x squared minus 9x minus 5. Find the product of 2x squared and negative 5. You have negative 10x squared. Then find two factors that will give you a product of negative 10x squared and a sum of negative 9x. You have negative 10x and 1x. Then split negative 9x using the factors negative 10x plus 1x. Copy negative 5 and 2x squared. Then factor by grouping. Group the first 2 terms together and the other 2 terms together. Factor out the CMF. In this case, we have 2x. Then 2x squared divided by 2x is x. Negative 10x divided by 2x is negative 5. Then for 1x minus 5, you have a CMF 1, and the other factor is x minus 5. Note that we have a common binomial factor. Factor out x minus 5. And the other factor is 2x plus 1. These are the factors of 2x squared minus 9x minus 5.